What's going on, everybody? Kriddle here, back again with another Fortnite update. This time we're going to be going over what's coming up in the 7.20 update, which hopefully will be coming out soon. We do not yet still have a date on that, but they have said that it is coming out relatively soon, so we'll just have to see when that comes. But we did get some information about the resetting and recycling of heroes and schematics and how that's going to work in the future, because they will be making some pretty big changes. So let's go check that out and see what it looks like. We got a website up right over here. So in 7.20, we are enabling a brand new item reset feature. Schematics, heroes, and other items will be tagged eligible for reset if they are impacted by a significant balance or design change. When you view one of these eligible items in your inventory, you will have the option to reset the item, which returns it to level 1 and sets all attached schematic perks back to the rarity level they started at. In return, you will receive all the XP, evolution materials, reperk, and perk up that were spent to perform those upgrades. So this is specifically talking about anything that was it's going to be changed, major changes in the design. So we're going to have to be looking at that. Later on, we're down here, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. So that is the start of it. And I want to note we're going to be getting back all of the XP, all of the evolution materials, reperk, and all that kind of stuff. So normally you only get back about 80% of everything right now as it currently stands. So if you're planning on retiring or something, one of your heroes or schematics or something, I would hold off for right now until this 7.20 update, and I may even hold off a little bit further. As we read down here, you'll understand why. So each flagged item can only be reset one time, and if you choose to upgrade the item, level it up, change the perks, etc., you will lose the ability to reset it. So basically what they're saying is once this comes into play, you will be able to reset it one time, but if you do any modifications to it before you reset it, it will unflag the item. So don't change anything after the 7.20 update comes out. Items that have had their rarity increase with flux will remain with the new rarity, and the flux will not be returned. So be sure that you do understand that you will not be getting your flux back if you took it from epic to legendary, or if you took it from rare to epic to legendary. It will not go all the way back down. You will not be getting your flux back. So do note that. On newly acquired items, we will track the starting rarity of each perk and return them to those levels on reset. But for existing items, we are assuming any perk that is above the minimum rarity for the given slot has been for the minimum rarity for a given slot has been upgraded and will return perk up and reperk accordingly. So they're going to basically make a few assumptions on some of these items for any existing item. For any new item, they're actually going to keep track of exactly what has happened. So you might actually get a little bit, it sounds like you might get a little bit back extra, or you may get a little bit less depending on how it started based on the reset. So most likely you're probably going to get a little extra back based on where they assume your starting position is. So let's see. Note that reperks spent to change one perk to another perk will not be returned, although the perks you selected will be present on the reset item. So the reperk that costs like 1,000 reperk to change it from one perk to a different perk, or the 1,500 plus the fire up, nature up, or amp up, or whatever it's called, those types of things will not be given back. They will stay the way they are. So you want to make sure that you do know that. Additionally, we are improving the resources returned when you recycle or retire a schematic, a hero, or other item type. Now, this sentence actually pretty important to think about for a second. I never recommend retiring or recycling anything. I'm a little bit of a hoarder in this game. I keep a lot of stuff. Now, if it's a blue or lower schematic or hero or something along those lines, rare or below, I would say go ahead. You could probably retire it, recycle it, and it's not going to really be a big deal. If it is epic or higher, I would hold on to it and make sure that it's not something you want, because there's certain situations where maybe you only had one. Maybe it's an event item and it was an event from 2 months ago. You got one. It happened to be an epic version of it. And you're thinking, oh, I've got the legendary version of it. Double check before you recycle those items. I always say that, you know, if it's epic or higher, hold on to it until you at least double check. If it's legendary or higher, just hold on to it, period. You should be able to have plenty of space for that as you grow your account. So I always recommend that, and it's going to be even more important here coming up with the heroes, as we'll talk about a little bit farther down here. So they will be consistent with the amount given by the new reset function, which means they will receive 100% of the XP back, as well as the reperk and perk up for any upgraded perks on the schematic. So we'll be talking about 100% back rather than what currently is about, I believe, 80% that you get back. Evolution materials and design manuals were already being fully returned, so that functionality will not change. So you don't have to worry about that. That's not going to change. It was always like that. It's just they're going to be upping the XP back in the perk up, adding in the reperk and perk up, which they did not do before. So in update 7.20, we are going to flag all weapon schematics and heroes with armor perk as being eligible for reset due to the recent replacement of damage resistant perks with armor perks. This was something that was posted a couple weeks ago, so we already knew this was coming, but they are reassuring us that that will be coming in the future. So in the near future, we are going to be rolling out significant changes to the hero loadout system and will likely make all heroes eligible for the reset at that time. That's where I was talking about up here, where people were, you know, where it says reset items. They're going to be tagging eligible for reset. So I'm going to tell you right now, don't do it, especially for heroes, specifically because of this down here. Most likely with this new hero loadout system, all heroes are going to be eligible because of the significant changes that they're going to be making. So make sure that you guys are looking out for that in the near future. I've been talking about it a little bit. We can't talk about a whole lot because we don't know a whole lot yet. This new reperk system, or what a lot of people are calling a reperk system for heroes, is going to be a huge change. We're going from 3 current heroes in your squad. So you're going to have your primary hero and then your 2 secondary heroes, or your 2 support heroes, your tactical and your support slot. We're going to be going from that to a 6 hero system. So we know that there's going to be 1 primary hero and then some sort of 5 support heroes. We're not sure exactly how that's going to work, but because of those significant changes, most likely they've stated it here that they're going to be allowing us to reset all of those heroes because there's probably going to be a big enough change to justify that. So there you go, guys. That is the news for today. That was just dropped recently, so I wanted to get this video out to let you guys know what it's all about. If you have any questions whatsoever, or if you would like to just ask or come hang out, I stream every single day on Twitch, except for Fridays. I do take Fridays off. So come on by, ask any questions you may have, get in the game with me. I do craft weapons for you guys, and we just have a good time. So until next time, I hope for you guys have a good day and happy gaming.